At last, it is now the beginning of Nicholas, the Nickel Plate Road 284 Berkshire number 765. It is the beginning of his world tour excursion. His first stop was in Germany, on a line that he cannot pronounce the name because it's in German, but he and his driver are now both having real trouble trying to understand German. Ugh. I swear, German must be the most impossible language to learn. Too right. I failed miserably in German class. Wait, is there such thing as German class? Actually, I have no idea. Then you just lied to me. Pretty much. Gah. He has never been to Germany before, but he has heard a lot about how much Germany has changed since during this time, of which he was built just 1 year before the end of World War II. Of which is when the American army bombed Nagasaki, Japan, of which that ended the Second World War. Alright, full speed. You got it. Let's show these Germans what an American engine like myself can do. To right. You're doing good so far, old boy. We are now doing over 20 miles per hour. Wait. Oh wait, we're doing kilometers. Okay, you are just about to touch 20 miles per hour. We just hit over 20 miles per hour, boy. Alright. I can never understand kilometers. Even during my arrival here in Germany, I could never understand these kilometer signs. Me neither. In fact, I was pretty good at math, but I can't really remember much about math now. But I could never get the mile per hour, kilometer per hour transaction thing right. Because I'm really rusty at math. We engines never took math or anything. We just remembered the route, the task, and all that. I too was never good at math anyway, even though we engines never took school at all. Well then you engines have gotten it all lucky, because we humans always have to take school at a very young age. Do you really? Yeah. Oh. Alright, boy, you're doing over 30. About to touch 40. You're now doing over 50 kilometers an hour. Just say it in miles per hour, please. Alright. I too can never understand kilometers, so you know what? Screw kilometers. I'll just use your gauge here. That seems like a pretty good idea. And a good choice, too. Say, where is everybody? I hear that they have cleared the line for us. This line is all ours now. And we have been given special permission to travel at your super high speed down this. Alright, about time that I could use a stretch for my wheels. Nicholas, you've just touched over 40. Alright. It took me forever to get off that ship, as well as stretch my wheels. And true to what he just said, back in his day, Nicholas was used for high-speed freight and passenger services on the Nickel Plate Road, and he was among 82 to 83 other 284 Berkshire type locomotives that have worked on the Nickel Plate Road as well as many other railroads throughout the world. I mean throughout America. But sadly, he is the last of his kind and the last of his class that are still operational doing excursions. And this is his first time in Europe. And he intended Germany to be his first stop instead of Scotland, because he heard that the western lines of Scotland has some faulty points, of which caused other locomotives to derail. But they have never had an American locomotive on their rails before, and Nicholas is wanting to put Scotland on the back burner in the back of his smoke box. I gotta admit, Germany actually is a pretty beautiful place. Though I've heard some bad things about Germany during my time back in the day. Yeah, not to mention that Hitler was nearly taking over all of Europe. But us Americans, the British, the Canadian, and the Polish have stopped Hitler from doing so. And because of that, he killed himself in prison. Yep, after he wrote his book Mein Kampf, I believe it was called. Now that's the only German thing I know, along with Dummkopf, of which is dummy, and Nein, which is no in German. Well, there you go. You actually do know some German. I'm only like 1 or 2% German. I mainly speak, well, English and American, because I am American after all. Too right. We both are. Yeah, but you're not an engine. Ugh, whatever. You get what I mean. I'm glad you're my driver. And as for my fireman, things are going alright, Nicholas, old boy. Your firebox is burning brightly like it always has. That's really good to hear, fireman. Too right. What are these things over me? Those are actually used for the electric locomotives that are used on this line. You mean those things that are on top of them called pantographs, I believe they're called? Yeah, that's what they're called, pantographs. As they slide along the wires, it collects the electricity of which powers the locomotive. It's kind of like how you put batteries in a remote control and it powers it. Same thing with a flashlight as well as anything else. Exactly. Whenever a pantograph thing slides along the cables up there, it collects electricity of which powers the engine below. And whenever it slides along there, there's actually amazing video of spawn section coming from that. It is incredible to see. I hope that my Steam doesn't ignite at all. Actually it is kind of getting onto the cables. Oh dear, hopefully I won't have to pay any fine. Don't worry, any damage you cause, we'll pay for it. Great. Thanks. Thanks a lot. We got your back, old boy. Thanks.